Within this week's tick list, we'll be looking at Jacopo Larcher's ascent of the Meltdown in Yosemite, Chaehyun Seo's ascent of La Rambla in Sierra Leone, and finally, Adam Ondra's outrageous on-site of a 9A. Beth Rodden made the first ascent of the Meltdown in 2008, grading at 514C or 8C+, all on trad gear. It featured within the iconic Dosage 5 film, in which Beth worked and struggled on the fingertips searing crack of the Meltdown. What made the Meltdown even more exciting was the sense of jeopardy, not only in the difficulty of the route, but also the timeline Beth had in which to climb it. Because of the snowmelt within the higher Sierras, the river around which the Meltdown climbs from was rising slowly and steadily to the point of which it would be no longer possible to climb the route. Obviously, as we now know, she successfully made the first ascent, and the route lay dormant until 2018 when it was repeated by Carlo Traversi. Jacopo first tried the route in 2016 when he put a couple of days of effort into it. However, it took him 7 days in total this year in order to repeat this absolute test piece. Jacopo had this to say about the route. There are many hard trad climbs around the world, but very few have become iconic. For me, Meltdown was definitely one of those. I don't know why, but it somehow had this mysterious aura. I was very surprised yet motivated when I managed to top rope it clean on my 3rd day trying it this year. After that, I naively thought it would go fast on lead, but placing the gear adds in some extra spice to it, and it definitely makes the route significantly harder. On my 4th day of lead tries, I had to pull out a big fight and dig deep in order to reach the anchor. The easier upper parts always felt good on top rope, but it definitely felt different when coming from the ground. Usually while head pointing hard trad routes, the actual send go feels smooth, which is obviously a nice feeling, but on this one I had to fight very hard and was very close to falling on the upper part, which somehow made the experience even more unforgettable. It is definitely one of my favourite moments in climbing. Chaehyun Seo has been absolutely on form in Spain, starting off with her ascent of La Rambla, the 9A+ in Sierra Leone. She became the 9th woman to climb 9A+, and the 2nd woman to climb La Rambla after Margot Hayes. She took 5 days to work the route and then climbed it on her 7th attempt. Then, just 3 days later, Seo became the 2nd woman ever to on-site an 8C with her ascent of La Antagonista in Montsant, Spain. And it's seriously impressive to see someone that's not only exceptionally talented when it comes to projecting, but also on-siting. And to put that into context, Seo spent over an hour on the route. An hour. And if that wasn't enough, she spent 20 minutes on the crux. That is some serious tenacity in order to stay on. And if none of that was impressive enough, she'd on-sighted an 8B earlier that day, in addition to that. These ascents further cement Seo's place as one of the best female climbers at the moment. And the fact that she's only 19 and has already finished 2nd in the World Cup, her future is bright. Speaking of on-sighting, the man, myth and legend Adam Ondra has on-sighted Waterworld, 9A and OSP, Slovenia. This is his 4th 9A on-site, and with a post on Instagram, he highlights how hard it's been to find on-sitable 9As. And not just because he climbed them all when he was 13. For me, there's loads of on-sitable 9As left. Adam said, 9As are still quite rare. 9As that are good, or at least possible to on-site, are even more rare. At this time, it was one of those rare moments when the perfect route, conditions and shape got aligned. This amazing line from Clement Becken has attracted me for a while, and I'm glad I was patient to catch the right moment. One of my proudest achievements. This ascent comes a week after Adam put up the 2nd hardest route of his life, which we reported about in last week's tick list. At what point is Adam going to stop getting better? For more climbing news and trivia, please like and subscribe to our channel.